Guys, what's up? It's Leslie. If you guys don't know who the heck I am a Twitch streamer or broadcaster, and I go by Fuslie, which is up there in the corner, twitch.tv/FUSLIE. I'm primarily a broadcaster, but I definitely want to put more content out onto YouTube and get out there and share my knowledge with y'all. So this video is going to be about Twitch, about what it is, how to get started, any tips I have, and just Twitch. So it's kind of weird because usually I'm used to like looking at a chat and having them like ask me questions and me getting to bounce off the chat. And this is different. I'm on Twitch right now. This is Twitch right here, this purple website. And essentially Twitch is a live streaming website. And live means like you're live. Like you can talk to someone in real time. If I click on this streamer right here, he's got like a live chat going, right? I could type some ditto prides, and then there I am, right? And then if he was there, he could look over and he could see it. So that's what Twitch is. They have different featured broadcasters. They tailor your front page to you based on your viewing history, but what it really is just a website for live broadcasters to stream their favorite video games or their content. And what I mean, it's not just limited to video games. People are doing IRL content, which means in real life content. So while they're at a concert, or I went to Disneyland yesterday, I tried to stream from there. It didn't really work because of the internet, but you can take your community and your chat anywhere. And so that's what Twitch is. I talk about how to get started as a broadcaster. The first thing is, you want to make an account. Obviously, I don't want to get too much into the technical things, but you want to make an account. Your account will give you a stream key, and you can input that into this software, which is called Open Broadcasting Software, or OBS. And in order to stream, you want to have OBS, plug your stream key in there. And then from there, like I'm using OBS also to make this video. I can control and put things on each scene that I want to be shown. And so, for example, I can move this around. It's kind of janky. For example, though, I can make myself bigger or smaller. I can control images that I put on this. I have this image that I drew, and then I, can move it around however I want with my mouse. And you can just place things wherever you want. So that is definitely something you want to do as a streamer. So the technical stuff you can get help with online on YouTube. There are so many videos just like how to set up your stream, and people will go through those on OBS. I kind of wanted to give a different side of advice, more of like the streaming aspect, maybe helping out some fellow streamers or help you get started with your channel. I have a fairly successful Twitch channel, enough for me to go full time with it, which is definitely like my freaking dream. Like I still can't believe I can wake up every single day and stream on Twitch for a living. And so people might ask, how do broadcasters make money on this? All they're doing is playing video games. Well, on each streamer's stream, on a stream, you can choose to support streamers in different ways. You can directly donate to a streamer, which is how I'd say almost every streamer starts off and makes a decision to go full time. So you might have heard that you can get partnered on Twitch, which basically Twitch gives you this subscribe button. So if I go back to Shroud's channel, there's this button and it says subscribe on it. I could click on it. I can pay $4.99 a month to support Shroud or any other streamer. There's also, other options. You can pay $9.99 a month, $24.99 a month to support your favorite streamer or just a streamer. And once the streamer accumulates enough subscribers, they might realize, oh, this is enough for me to go full time. I can, so that's essentially how it works. So you can donate to a streamer. You can subscribe to a streamer for a different amount each month. Some streamers have sponsorships when they get big enough. Some companies are like, hey, you want to partner with us and, you advertise for us, we advertise for you. It's kind of like a partnership sponsorship thing going on. They might pay the streamer monthly. They might, pay them in different ways. But either way, that is definitely a way that streamers can benefit and make income. Big streamers can also make money through ad revenue. Sometimes you'll go to a stream and you'll have to watch an ad. And that ad directly supports the streamer. So there's a lot of different ways that streamers make a living. Those are definitely the big ones. You can also, I think a lot of streamers do merchandise and all that stuff. But yeah, those are the big ones. I've had people come up to me and then they say something along the lines of, wow, you can make money from streaming? That is so cool. I want to stream. And right away, I'm just like, ooh, that mentality of streaming just to make money. Of course, money's nice, right? But the mentality of starting your stream just to make a living is like the wrong mindset, because it's just going to read all over your face when you're live. People, maybe it just causes you to always talk about money, or you're just like, oh yeah, donate to me and I'll do this. And it's just, there's nothing technically wrong with that. I think, it's allowed and whatnot, but I feel like that's just kind of the wrong mentality going into Twitch, and you're not going to be able to do really long streams and do this as a full-time thing if that's your mentality. You really need to go into to Twitch with like the mentality of like, what can you offer as an entertainer? Are you really good at talking to people? Do you just want to share maybe a different talent of yours? Are you really darn good at video games, and you just like, people are going to be amazed by that? Are you a singer? Are you, are there just, what talents do you have, and what makes you a good entertainer? And if you feel like that you have things to offer the Twitch community, then I would definitely give it a go. Streaming has been the absolute best thing in my life. Like, I can't believe, I was a college student. I graduated from UC Irvine with a degree in biological sciences. I was going to go to med school, and I had a lot of dreams for myself back in the day, a couple of years ago. But when I started on Twitch, I got into video games, and when I started streaming, and was able to turn it into this thing I can call my full-time job. It's just I'm just so beyond lucky, and I remember that every single day that I can wake up and like do this for a living, and it's incredible. Yes, it has ups and downs just like any other job, but ultimately, like, I couldn't be more blessed. When I first started streaming, I started streaming on a MacBook. I had I used some Apple EarPods as my headset. I had terrible internet, just terrible everything. But, I still had a good time for the first 2 or 3 months of this setup, because I had, I was meeting people, and I was like, wow, there's like people who are coming to my chat, and they're like, hey, and I'm like, hi, like, I'm new on Twitch. And those are all reasons why you want to be streaming, to make a community, to entertain people. You just want to make sure you're going in for the right reasons. And you probably hear that a lot, but that's very true. Okay, I'll go over basic setup things for new streamers. First thing, make an account on Twitch, get your stream key going. As for a username, pick a username that's not too complicated, kind of simple. It's just like picking any other username. You don't want to make it too complicated. You want to download OBS. I don't know about XSplit, but I know OBS, and OBS is, it's great. This is what I'm using right now. As for other things, like, I have a fancy microphone. As you can see, it can do a lot of cool things, like add echo. I have a mixer there. I have a voice changer, But these things you don't need. You really don't need them. It's just, I've been doing this. I'm a vocalist. I'm a singer. And so I like to sing. I like to do voices. And so these things just enhance the experience for me. But by no means do you need, or should you get a mixer or any kind of voice changer or any of this complicated stuff. All you really need is a microphone, so you can talk to your stream. You don't even have to have a microphone or a camera. You can just stream your gameplay. But in order to be interactive, you probably want a camera and a microphone. I would recommend like a really good, high quality, not crazy expensive standard for both the Logitech C920 for a webcam and the Blue Yeti microphone. Up to 2 years, I used that microphone and that camera, and I still go back to both of them. Highly recommend those. So you can find a billion videos on YouTube about how to set up your stream and how to set up OBS and what settings to use. I'm not going to go through that. What I wanted to go through is how do you get viewers? How do you entertain people? How do you make friends? How do you Twitch? It's a learning experience, and it comes with time. It comes with being on Twitch. But I definitely do some research. I definitely watch some streams, see what they're doing. Some tips I can just give you straight off the bat are, really be interactive with your chat. So whether you have 1 viewer, 5 viewers, 10 or 100, if you see people saying hi to you, don't just look over and like look away. Don't do that. Look at them and be like, hey, and like try to pronounce their name, maybe ask them a question and be like, where are you from? What games do you play? Well, how'd you find my stream? Just ask them some questions, get them engaged. Maybe they just leave, right? But maybe they don't. Maybe they stick around and they answer your questions, and maybe they come back the next day and the next day and the next week. And maybe they become a regular, and maybe somebody else joins the stream and realizes you're interactive. A lot of Twitch viewers just pop into streams here and there and just start lurking. And then if they see that your chat is going, and they're kind of watching you, and they're watching the way you interact with your viewers. And if they see that you're really nice to them, maybe they'll want to join in too. So I'd really recommend just being interactive, asking questions. You have to kind of get good at this thing called talking to yourself. You got to talk to yourself. Sometimes even with my viewership, I have a chat that's completely just, they don't say anything. And, with that, you gotta talk to yourself. And, I do that by telling some really bad jokes, or just telling them about my day, or asking the chat some questions. So you want to make it a two-way street. You're asking them questions because they're going to ask you questions. So another one is, don't be afraid to maybe tell them your backstory, a little bit about your family. Why should they want to watch you and get to know you? You got to show them, some sides of yourself. Think about your favorite YouTubers that you like to watch. And a lot of them, maybe it's because you feel like you know their family, or you know something about them, or it's almost like this, like, more about them than the average person would. And so that's exciting. And so you want to share that about yourself and be willing to. And if these are things that you're like, oh, I don't want to share that. I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to share my life with people. If these things are kind of like triggering you, then maybe Twitch streaming isn't the best thing for you. But there's that. You definitely want to open up yourself, be a bit more personable, talk about yourself, not be afraid to talk. Another one is the big one for growth, in my opinion, is reaching out to other communities. However, you got to do this in the right way. When I see smaller streamers popping into my stream and they're like, hey, can you tell your viewers about my stream, or can I drop my link to my stream in your chat? Usually the answer is no. Once in a while, I plug them, and or I ask people who come sing on my stream, do you have a Twitch channel? Do you want to plug yourself? I let people plug themselves on my stream once in a while. But it just rubs people the wrong way if you just come into a streamer's stream just to advertise yourself. You just don't do that. So I think a really good way to do this is maybe be active in another streamer's chat. So sometimes I see people who are really active in my chat, and then I find out later they're a streamer, and I'm like, wait, what? You're active, you're cool, and you're a streamer? I'm going to shoot them a host later, And if you guys don't know what hosting is, after your stream, you can type into your own chat /host space and then the username of the person you want to host. And then that will literally throw all of your viewers at that person, and they'll get an alert like so-and-so has hosted you for this many viewers. And it's a really good way to share communities and, show love to smaller streamers or even bigger streamers. So I get people hosting me for 5 or 6 viewers once in a while, and then that still means a lot. That's still sweet. And the gesture, I really appreciate that, and other streamers will too. And so I'd recommend, rather than advertising your stream directly in their chat, maybe try it through hosting or being an active part of another chat. But don't just go into a chat and spam your name and be like, please watch my stream, please, I'm trying to grow, or please donate to me. Please don't do those things, guys. I'm just telling you, don't do that. I know a big way that I grew was through raids, then through hosts, and through community, my own community, and finding streamers around my size who also streamed. We would host each other, and we'd all kind of have similar viewerships, and you grow from that, and you help your friends grow through that. And that's kind of the magic of Twitch. And those, I live with my roommate now, Angels Kimmy. I met her because we were similar streamers. We both started streaming within the same couple days of each other. And from there we became roommates, and we're still full-time streamers. Another tip for growing your stream and growing your community is having a community and maybe making a name for your community. For me, I call mine the Fuslie family. I have a jingle. You create as many things for your viewers to cling on to feel like part of something, right? But at the same time, you do not want to be too cliquey with your community. If all you're doing is talking to the same 5-10 people, it's going to push people away and prevent your growth, because they're going to feel I feel kind of intimidated to come in. So make sure you're conscious of keeping your community open and your chat open to new people. So that's for streaming. If you guys have any questions about this, feel free to ask me while I'm streaming, twitch.tv/fuslie, or you can drop a comment down below. But those are kind of my tips for streaming. Just TLDR of the whole thing. Twitch is just a great platform for broadcasters and for people who like to watch games. It's primarily video games. As I'm looking at everything, there's PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, League of Legends, Hearthstone, Counter-Strike, Overwatch, World of Warcraft, Dota 2. There's just so many video games, and Twitch brings people who like to watch video games and just fun different personalities together. And so if you're interested in becoming a broadcaster, definitely follow some of the tips I had or ask me more questions. People might be like, oh, Leslie, it's because you're a girl, you got viewers. I've seen a lot of girls who can't pull viewers. I do agree that as a female on Twitch, because most of Twitch is predominantly male as video games, you're going to have an easier time pulling your initial viewers. So maybe you can get 10 or 20 viewers pretty quickly. But even now, Twitch is fairly saturated, and you got to do something to stand out. You got to share something. For me, I think the thing that made me sort of stand out is I sing, and I sing pretty frequently. Initially, I didn't, but I noticed the second I started to get more comfortable with singing, my channel started to grow, and people started to be like, wow, like Leslie, sing for us. And, I got a lot more comfortable with it, and now it's just a part of my stream. I definitely consider myself, a musician on Twitch, as well as a gamer. And yes, it's hard to gain a viewership at the beginning. Like, I know that that's hard. Some people start and they're all ready. They got all their equipment, fancy DSLR cameras and all this stuff, and they can't pull more than 2 viewers. And to that, like, sometimes, like, I gotta say, like, Twitch is a bit of luck. It's a bit of like, being entertaining. Like, for those situations, I would say, ask your friends to come watch you. Ask your mom, your dad. I don't know, ask people to like watch your stream so you can pull a few more than 1 or 2 viewers. And then from there, maybe you can link your stream on Reddit. People are more likely to join a stream that has more than 1 to 2 viewers because, just think about it yourself. Like, would you rather join a stream that has 1 viewer or 10 viewers? Like, you probably click on the 10 viewer stream because there'll be some people chilling in there. So, and also you appear higher on the list and people are more likely to find you. Sorry, that was supposed to be a TLDR and then it became a whole nother rant. Okay, so that kind of concludes my video. If you guys liked it, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment down below if you have anything to say about the video, and subscribe to my channel for more content. If you guys like the style of this video or kind of would like to see me do some sort of series on Twitch streaming or just any ideas, feel free to tell me that too. I definitely am looking for some feedback, some ideas to get my YouTube channel rolling. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.